Hello, my name is David Greene, and I am a virtual mentor created by the team at the Personality Improvement Institute, an international educational platform dedicated to developing emotional communication, interpersonal, and leadership competencies. We create courses based on psychology, neuroscience, and practical experience, collaborating with institutions such as Harvard Business Review, Gallup Institute, and Ernst & Young. Our mission is to help people live wiser lives, build healthier relationships, and make decisions in alignment with themselves. Whether they are leaders, entrepreneurs, partners, or simply individuals seeking meaning. This course you are about to begin, titled Love Wisely on Love as a Competency, is part of the series In Search of a Good and Wise Life. It was initiated by Andrei Moshchinsky, the founder of our institute. He invited a team of researchers and practitioners to a collaborative project aimed at creating a space not for answers, but for insightful questions. It is with his introductory words that I now wish to welcome you and invite you to reflect. When I thought about this course, I didn't want to create another story about love. I wasn't interested in creating a guide that would lead someone by the hand through all the stages of a relationship. I don't have that kind of expertise, and I don't know if such a path even exists. I increasingly feel that love is something we learn throughout our lives, without a final exam, without a single correct method. We learn it through experiences, through relationships that succeeded, and through those that fell apart, through conversations and through silences, through everything that happens between us, even when we can't name it. That's precisely why I decided to design this course differently, not from the position of someone who knows how to love, but from the position of a person who is searching, who listens, who asks questions. For many years, I've been interested in how we, as humans, try to describe something as elusive as love. In psychological research, in analyses of interpersonal relationships, in neurobiology, in the economics of happiness, in what science tries to capture, but also in what still remains elusive. This course was born out of fascination and out of humility, because the more I learn, the more clearly I see that love defies simplification. It's not just an emotion. It's not just a decision. It's not something constant. And though many of us seek a single answer to the question, what is love? Zrenia, I increasingly conclude that a different question might be more helpful. What else is worth knowing about it before we start judging it, or ourselves, or others? This course doesn't contain recipes. It contains questions, and it is precisely these questions that form its structure, not to take the place of answers, but to encourage you to make your own observations. It's an attempt to look at love from many angles. Through the perspective of attachment psychology, research on well-being, cognitive processes, and also through everyday relationships, the real, sometimes difficult, imperfect ones. We will talk about the need for love, about how closeness is formed, about what makes us drift apart, and about why sometimes love doesn't end. It just changes. I will try to show you different approaches, not so you choose one of them, but so you can see more broadly. In a world where feelings are often reduced to slogans, it's worth reclaiming the space for thinking. At the heart of this course lies one concept: respect. Respect for another person, for their history, choices, emotions, for complexity, for the mistakes they make, for the language they use. Without respect, there is no love. But without respect, there is also no good and wise life. And that is precisely the guiding idea of the entire series. A good life doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be peaceful. It doesn't even have to be happy, in the classic sense of the word. But it can be conscious. It can be built on questions, reflection, mindfulness, and simple decisions made with oneself and others in mind. And love, in all its forms, is one of the most important pieces of this puzzle. I do not claim that all the research cited here is free from error. I know that some findings may be outdated, that methodology can be context dependent, that science is not objective. I have no illusions about how data has been manipulated by corporations, by opinion-shaping circles, sometimes even by researchers themselves. I am not looking for ultimate truth in this research. I am looking for starting points. Moments that can open up new ways of thinking, even if they don't lead to a single answer. I invite you to this course as if to a conversation. I don't know what you will find in it. Maybe something you already know, maybe something that will surprise you, or maybe just a few words that will stay with you longer. But if anything you hear or read prompts you to pause for a moment and think, that will be, for me, the greatest meaning of its existence. Because maybe love isn't something that needs to be understood. Maybe it's enough if we learn to notice it mindfully. Those are the introductory words of our founder and the originator of this course. I, David Greene, and the team at the Personality Improvement Institute joyfully invite you to embark on this journey of reflection, knowledge, and mindful loving.